Klippet presenteras av Kalix Maskiner, Centus biluthyrning, Lindroths webbutik och Norrvakt.
Ja, välkommen till Vårat Gäng, en podd av och med Luleå Hockey. Idag har jag med mig Reece Hunt. Welcome here, Reece.
Thank you.
So, how do you feel about moving to a new country and moving to Luleå in specific?
Yeah, it's been good. It's all very new. My first time in Europe, and so it's been fun, a lot to learn. I mean, the language barrier is a little different, but everyone seems to know English pretty well, so that's been nice. But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Have you picked up any Swedish so far?
I'm trying. It's so hard. You think you know a few words, and then you're trying to follow in conversation, and everyone just talks so fast. So, no, I'm not great.
I think you will pick up a few things, at least the hockey stuff, to begin with. If we go back, where are you from and where is that?
I'm from Nelson. It's a little town in BC. We're right in the middle of the mountains. I live on a hill. It's a very hilly little town. Lots of people come there to vacation, so just a small little town.
How was it growing up there?
It was good. We're kind of known for like skiing. We have like a beautiful ski hill there, but growing up there was nice. You kind of knew everyone in your neighborhood, so it was a good little community.
And obviously you're playing hockey, but how did you get started in that to begin with?
In hockey, both my brothers just played, so I think it was just what I was going to do. I kind of grew up in the rink. It's always something I've had a passion for, so just through them.
Did you do any other sports?
Yeah, played soccer, did gymnastics, baseball, kind of did it all.
And how important do you think it is for an athlete to have that kind of background where you do a lot of stuff?
Super important. I was actually just reading an article. I think it was like 80% of the Olympians that were at Paris Olympics had played two sports up until college. So I think that just shows like how important multi-sports is and how good it can be for your success within any sport.
And how was it growing up playing hockey? Did you play with girls or with boys or mixed or?
Yeah, no, we didn't really have girls hockey growing up. There wasn't a lot of females. So I played with boys up until maybe peewees. And then I had to travel more to play with girls. And then I went to an academy for my last 3 years of high school to be on a girls team.
And what age would peewee be?
I think I was in grade 8. So maybe like 13, 14. Yeah.
So that's quite far up that you used to play with boys.
Yeah, very far. And that was just the year they started hitting hockey. So I didn't love that. So I was happy to get into the girls' hockey. But I think, like here, I was just talking to a family yesterday. They have like a huge community of girls here that are playing hockey. So I think it's just so cool to see, and they're lucky. And
how did it become that you chose hockey to be your sport?
I don't know. I think I just loved it, maybe more than the others. I don't know. Yeah, I just liked it better than every other sport I played.
And it even got you to, let's see if I get the pronunciation right here, Bemidji State University?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. So how was that to make that move, and what did you do otherwise than hockey there?
So playing in the States for college was always kind of my goal. And in grade 10, I'd committed with Bemidji. I think it's a beautiful town. It reminded me a lot of home. I had great connections with the coaches, so just to be there and play there for 4 years was so special. And there I wouldn't say there was much other than hockey in school, but we would play like tennis, pickleball a lot, but hockey was like my main priority when I was there.
And how would you describe that program?
Bemidji is a really good program. We're in the top league in the NCAA, so we're playing against teams like Ohio, Wisconsin, Duluth every other weekend. So it's a really tough conference. So every game's just a dogfight. But they're a really good program. I think, we've gone through our ups and lows over the years, but I think this year they have a really good team. So I think they'll do well. But yeah, great people always come out of that program. So I'm just super happy to be an alumni of that.
Yeah, and what did you study there?
I was in business with a emphasis in human resources. And then my 5th year, I transferred to Minnesota Duluth to do my master's.
So that's why you moved to Minnesota Duluth, or was it for the hockey, or was it a combination?
Yeah, I think I just wanted something new for my 5th year. Bemidji didn't have a lot of master's programs available for me, being an international student. So I think, I wanted to do my master's that 5th year. It was kind of a bonus year of COVID, so I figured you might as well go for it. And Duluth had a lot to offer, so just decided to make the move.
And hockey-wise, things seem to have worked out really well for you as well, if I look at the points at least.
Yeah, Duluth. I mean, I was just playing with such talented, high-end players. And again, we were in the same league, so every night was a battle. But I think it was just the elite players that I was amongst, and also the coaches there. I was able to learn so much, so credit to them, really.
And then you decided to move overseas to go play here in Europe. How did you end up in Luleå?
Honestly, I didn't know a lot about the league, but I had lived with Paula Bergstrom and Ida Carlson in Duluth. So just when our season was wrapping up, Paula was kind of in my ear about how great this league is and how much it has to offer. And she said, if you're going to come over here, of course, it would have been nice to play with her. But she was like, if you're going to come over here and get a good experience, I think Luleå is where you want to be. So I'd say she was a big push in me getting here. And then, just an experience getting to play hockey and be overseas is super cool.
And how do you feel about the development of the PWHL?
I think it's awesome. I think, they got a ways to go. Hopefully they can expand more and more each year. But what they're doing for hockey, I think, is super cool. So kudos to them. And
I think it's good to have something to aspire to even when you're playing here.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great option. Both leagues are great. Whether you want to be there or here, I think you win both ways. But definitely something to strive for some girls if that's what they want.
And what are your first impressions of your new hometown?
Luleå?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super nice. I was very pleasantly just with the caliber of girls here. I didn't know a lot about the Finns or the Swedes at all. So just when I got here, seeing how good these girls are was super awesome to see. And then the town's really beautiful. No snow yet. It hasn't been too cold, so ask me in a few months maybe. But no, it's been really nice, and you can just feel the support from the community. So that's been awesome.
And you're biking around. Can you tell me a little bit about the bike that you've custom made or designed?
Yeah, the bike. So I don't have a car quite yet, so I figured it'd be nice to bike. I think everyone bikes here, which I'm not too familiar with biking. I haven't done a lot of it, but a couple girls, Rita and Johanna, they both bike. So we found a bike, and it wasn't a nice one, but we were like, let's buy it and we'll fix it up nice. So did some custom work on it, put some new tubes in it, and now I'm biking.
And can you tell me a little bit about the paint job?
Yeah, we did some painting on it. It was not so pretty before, but we got a nice thick black Sharpie and just kind of made it my own.
And if you take the team, how has it been coming into the team and getting to know the other players?
Yeah, really nice. Honestly, didn't know anyone personally coming in. Had heard about a few people and just through friends of friends, but everyone's super welcoming. Great group of girls. So I'm super happy with the girls on this team.
And you've played 2 games so far. What did you think about those games and the team's performance and yours? I'll see if I can break it down into questions later, but let's see what you answer.
Overall, really good. It was fun being with the new team and just kind of seeing the routines before the game. Obviously, I've kind of been set in my ways for 5 years in college, so just to experience something new and a new game and new players was super fun. And not knowing anyone on the other teams is interesting because I feel like in college you all kind of know each other. But it was really good. I think our group played really well. I think we're in great shape. We came ready to play this year, so I think, I was just super happy and I think it was great first 2 games.
And how do you like to get prepared for games?
I feel like I like to keep things pretty light. I like to listen to music. I was on aux for the game, so it's fun to just play music and, I don't know, keep things light. It's good to focus right before, but I think not getting too serious and set in my ways. So it's the happier, the more fun I'm having, the better I'm playing.
And you've been on a line with Petra Nieminen and Akane Shiga. How has it been playing with those? It seems like a line with a lot of potential.
Yeah, they're unbelievably talented players. I think we're all very different players, but we all came together and it really worked. Peto, I think we think the game very similar, so we're often finding each other. And then Akane, she's just super skilled. She works hard. So I think the 3 of us, found some success in the last game. But I'm just super excited. I think we might change things up for the next game, but just to kind of find girls you can play with, and hopefully it all works out.
And how do you communicate now where you have like a Finnish player and a Japanese player?
Yeah, in practice the other day we had Italian, Japanese, Finn, myself, and another Canadian, so not one of us spoke Swedish. But Peto's great. She often translates things for us. But I don't know. Hockey's hockey. Once you're out there, you kind of all play the same game. But we just keep things simple for communication, and then off the bench, it's all good.
How is it being in a group like this where your teammates might be speaking Swedish to each other, or coaches having their talks in Swedish sometimes? Yeah,
it's different for sure. In a way, I think it's kind of refreshing. You just sit there and I really don't understand anything. So you're just sitting there, you're kind of in your own world. I think it's if it's important enough, coach says it to English to us, but otherwise I really don't understand anything. But it's fine. You just it's honestly like kind of refreshing. You just kind of go about your day. Yeah.
Noticed any cultural differences between Canada and Sweden?
A little bit, maybe just the language barrier. I think the Swedes are all just so nice. They're all very kind of reserved and quiet and just very kind girls, where you can kind of tell who the Canadians are in the locker room. But no, like I would say pretty similar. But yeah. And
when you're going shopping, do you find the stuff that you want to find, or are you missing some stuff from back home?
I think shopping's the toughest part. I constantly have my phone out for Translate, trying to take pictures of things. I miss like having, my go-tos that I can't find here, but it's fun to try new things.
Or like just brands,
like say like my egg brand or like cottage cheese, like that kind of thing. But it's fun to try new foods.
Have you made any mistakes and bought the wrong stuff yet?
Yes, bought a few things. Pickles. I thought I was getting pickles, and they were like these sweet pickles. Oftentimes, I don't know how much I'm spending on things, so just tap the card, and hopefully, it's not too much.
So, have you tried any new stuff, like any local things when it comes to food or drinks or snacks or whatever?
Let's see. I don't think anything too crazy. I did. We were getting things for my bike the other day, and we walked down. There was a big street market.
Yep.
I think it's like food from all over the world.
Yeah.
So I tried a crepe there.
Yep.
We got some crepes, so that was fun. That was good. But I'm a pretty basic eater, so I found the food to be a bit tough.
Yep.
But I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. So what do you like to do in your spare time outside of hockey?
I like to be outdoors, hang out with the girls. Usually my family wakes up around like 3 p.m. my time, so that I'm getting like 5 different phone calls. So usually take an hour to call them. But I find, the pro hockey life, it's pretty, you get home and you're tired.
Yeah.
So oftentimes you just need to rest for a little bit. But yeah, try to be outside as much as I can while I can.
And I saw in the newspaper that you put out an ad or post on social media asking people for dogs that you can take out for walks.
Yeah.
How has that been, and how did that come about?
So in Minnesota, my teammates and I, after practice, we'd all just like walk dogs from different families, and it was just kind of something, we had a lot of free time, and people need help with their dogs. And then some of my teammates who played here in previous years are like, you gotta just get on Rover, it's a dog walking thing, or like make a post and walk people's dogs. It's just like a great way to get to know people and kind of fun for us North Americans. So I did that, and it went kind of crazy. So I did have to take it down because I was getting a lot of texts. But I think that just shows like how supportive this community is, and how everyone kind of like came together and was like, we want to walk this girl to walk our dog. So it was really kind, and I met some nice people. But yeah, my post is down. I've had a few dog walks, but
okay.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with dogs. I'm not a big rah dog girl, but yeah.
I was wondering that if you have any like preferred dog or like favorite.
My brother and his wife have a dog. It's a doodle, so I'd say that's probably my favorite dog. Maybe bigger dogs, so they can like walk and run with you. But I don't know. Dogs are cute.
Yeah. Do you like animals overall or mainly dogs?
Not really. Like, no, I wasn't even a big dog person. Like, my friends would always joke that I'm like scared of dogs, which obviously I'm not anymore. But no, we never really grew up with animals, so I'm not crazy with that.
So back to hockey, what kind of players should our fans expect for the upcoming season?
From myself?
Yeah.
I think I'm I'd say skilled forward who likes to put the puck in the net. I can get pretty gritty, and I like to be super tenacious and, just get rough around the edges a little bit. So you can just expect a higher energy forward who hopefully can help this team produce.
And what have the other girls told you about the league and what teams to expect or what to expect during the season when everyone tries to beat you?
Yeah, I think, they told me everyone's out to get us. So that's fun. I think it's fun to be on the receiving end of that. That helps motivate us. And then I think the girls just talk about how physical it is, which I think I'm used to because the WCHA is a very physical league as well. But I think the body checking is something I probably noticed the most. But yeah, they tell me a little bit about our rivals or girls we're playing because I just really know nothing. So it's kind of fun.
And what do you expect or hope for the team?
Yeah, obviously to win it all. I think that's our goal. I think there's such high expectations here, and obviously they've done so well in the past, so it's easy to feel motivated by that. So I think, just to win it all.
And finally, how much are you longing for getting the season really going with starting the SDHL?
Yeah, super excited. I think the exhibition games was just a taste of what it's like, and those were so fun. So just to finally get into a routine of, playing twice a week, I'm just really looking forward to that.
That sounds good. Thank you for coming here, and we'll see more of you during the season.
Thank you.